Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Medieval Engineers. I'm the Radio Man 03, and as always, it is awesome to have you along. First and foremost, thank you for your support on this series. Second of all, welcome to the new subscribers. And third of all, well, happy Halloween. And here's a reminder that I'm on vacation this next week. So, no episodes, but normally, if you're new to the channel, we have Medieval Engineers Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and sometimes extra ones, depending on how the week goes for me. I thought, since I'm going to be on vacation, and I'm on vacation by the time this posts, that what we do is we take a little tour of the Morningstar Pass, something we've been working on for several months now, 70 plus episodes. All this is a culmination of between my imagination and you, the subscribers' imagination. So I thought we'd start off right here and take a look at the Morningstar Pass. We've never done this, and I've had a few requests for it as well, so I thought we'd do that and take a look at the Morningstar Pass. And here she is, the kings, the entrances. So we'll come back to this in just a second. One thing that we did do way down the road, about, 20, 30 episodes back now, is we added a farm. And the farm was a big deal when they brought it to the game, because now all of a sudden, instead of it just being berries and mushrooms and roots, we have pumpkins and we have herbs. I guess the pumpkins were always around. Herbs. We have flax, and all kinds of new foods were brought into the game, as well as farming machinery, which you see in front of you. This last big update that we had was a lot about the farming, and then the shovels came in this last update. The planets was the big update. That's when we first got started on this world, was the planets update. So, yeah, it's just this. So this is our farm. This is our farm machine. It's very simple. It's very basic. It's nothing fancy about it. You just jump down, give it a push, and it goes across the ground, and it harvests the crops, plants the crops, and plows the ground. So this was one of the things we built. It took, a few episodes for us to do that, but that's the farm. And we don't have a ramp here because I was trying to keep the barbarians from going up and beating on that door, but normally we would have ramps on there, and I probably will put ramps on there. I mean, why not, right? These are the kings of Morningstar Pass. We have 4 of them on the outside, 2 just as you go to enter. And, as you can see, we have these 4 massive towers that make up Morningstar Pass. The idea, as we came into this world, we came down this path right here. There's one right in front of us, and came around here and saw this area, and I thought, this is where we're going to build it, and then you guys named it the Morningstar Pass. So I thought, okay, 4 big towers, a nice big wall, we've got a little bit of a moat which we're going to walk across, and this became Morningstar Pass. We've put some signage up here, of course. All the kings have got their own torches, but you can see right here, Morningstar Pass with our colors and our flags and stuff like that on it right here. And then you come inside here, we've got a little bit of a bridge that connects the 4 towers together, so you can come across this causeway to get from one building to another. I'm not going to go into the towers, but each one has multiple levels, and we've not decorated the inside of the towers, but they have multiple levels, and they go all the way, of course, up to the top, and they're identical. All 4 of them are identical. Okay, so we've got that. Here's our moat. We do have a barbarian in our moat. We caught him on the last episode. We had 3 at one point in here. Oh boy, did he get away? Sometimes it's hard to see them because they get up against the wall right here, but I think he may have gotten away. I don't see him. Wow, that's crazy. We had 3 in here at one point in time for quite some time. This is our first entranceway into the Morningstar Pass. So that portcullis, of course, comes down, and this is the drawbridge which will go up so that you can't have anybody coming directly into the Morningstar Pass. So we pop this open like so, and we can get in like that, just like so. Okay, and then what our goal was to have tables and chairs right here so that as travelers come through with their goods, they have to stop here, check in, and then they roll into this courtyard right here, and this is where we go through their stuff and decide, okay, this is what we want, this is what we don't want, and now you can pass the Morningstar Pass, and we let them through. What's going on the outside of the courtyard ahead of us, we'll get to that in a second. But let me take you up on top of this right here. This is sort of a battle station, so that we have our arrow guys. They can come up here and fight down into the moat area. And this takes you up onto the roof. Of course, another battle area where you could do some fighting, of course, down into the moat, and people trying to get across the drawbridge and into Morningstar Pass. So there's battling right there. And then this gives you a good view of the courtyard down below and the bit of a village that we've got going on right now outside. It's been a real labor of love. If you're new to the channel, it's been a real labor of love, and it's all based off of community support as well as suggestions and ideas. We even put murder holes right up here. Just in case there's trouble down in this area, we can drop stones down on them and have the doors closed, and we can destroy our enemies from these murder holes right here. So that was that. Let's go inside and up above where the Morningstar Pass began. This is where it started. Our initial beginning came way back there by the mountains. We found some iron deposits that were in the ground. Grab that stick out of the way there. Those started to pop up. This was one of the first things we built, this long hallway that leads from our storage area and our mine. Now the mine, let's take you all the way up to the mine before we get too far into this real quick. This is where it all started. It was this chunk of hillside right here. Let me back up a little bit so maybe we can see it from outside here. You can kind of make it out just a little bit, but right up there you can see, let me turn my cursor on, you can see where the soil is red, the mountainside is red. That is the sign of an iron deposit. If you're new to the game, you don't know that. So that's what you're looking for when you're looking for iron. A rich deposit of iron is going to be super red, and a lower quality supply of iron is going to be, a much lighter color. Now, the build got started right here, and this is where our iron mine is. This is where we go down and grab our iron, and we've got a crusher down here to multiply our iron. But it's a good deposit, and it's actually served us very, very well since the very beginning of this series. Over here, we have our main storage room, and this is really the very first thing we built was this area right in here. Was this area, and then we've got our living quarters upstairs here. So we've got a table and some chairs and our weapons and things of that nature, chest and all stuff, our beds so that we respawn in this area each time if we die, and we have died. And our simple stuff is up here. This is our room, has been for a very long time. This is the kitchen that's not done. We've been working on this slowly but surely and just kind of haven't ever come back to finish it, but that's a kitchen area. Over here, this is nothing more than a claim block for us to keep this land as our land, basically. And you can see the barbarian skulls. We battle barbarians on a regular basis. Then we dug back into here, and I thought, what we really need is we need a mine. So we came down this way, and we wound up coming into a mine. Now, we dug all this out. This is all done in survival. We don't play in creative mode on my channel. We play in survival. So this is all dug out with pick. And we've got a cart that rolls all the way down into the mine here, and the tunnel is continued on in that direction right there. We've got a couple of offshoots on the right hand side here that take you back that have been dug quite a ways back for the stone. So you can imagine a lot of stone in order to build this. This is our initial mine that we dug, and you can see we didn't quite make it out. That's just not rendering right there. We've almost made it through the other side of the mountain, but we've not quite made it through there yet. So yeah, this is it, and then we had a bit of a workstation right here just to kind of do forging and iron work and stuff like that right down in here. So that was the mine, and this has been the lifeblood of the Morningstar Pass. And we got this going first because if you don't have a mine, well, you're not going to be doing much building because you have to have a mine so that you can have tons of stone. So this guy rolls on this little track right here, and every now and again he hops off of it when we load the game, but for the most part he stays on track. And I try to keep him down here when he's empty so the barbarians can't reach through the walls and break him apart, because sometimes the barbarians will reach through your walls and break things on the inside of your walls. So we kind of call this the main building, the mine, so to speak. So this is the main building. We are actually going to go into one of the towers, so you'll see that too, because I've got to take you up to the crow's nest. After we did the mine, we put this guy in right here, and this guy takes everything to the storage area. We've got a stone sled right here, and down there, if you can make it out, we've got a timber and log sled. So that one rolls all the way down into this storage room down here that we walk through to get to this point. And all these materials can be brought down there, and we have a storage area. So let me take you down to the storage area real quick, and I'll show you that real fast. A tour of the Morningstar Pass is overdue, most definitely. Hope you guys are all doing great. I'm doing fantastic. So we have our trapdoors in here so we can get in, and we have stone storage right here. Okay. And that stone sled slides right up here, and we can actually grab the material off of it and put it right in here. So we're standing sort of just at the level of the cart itself when it rolls into the storage area here. On this side is our timber and logs, which you can see has been decimated multiple times as we build. Multiple times. And then up here, we've got a little bit of an upper area that we can go on to. to take a look around. And you can see we're almost to the top of the towers when we're in the storage area. And we can look down over the Morningstar Pass from up here as well. So this is the roof of the storage area. And there's also an entrance over on that side too. So either way, you can get back into the storage room. Next thing on the list, you know what? I never finished something right here. Hold on a second. It just occurred to me that we don't have our protective rails right here. Look at that. Did I forget them or not put them in because it gets in the way for us to reach the carts? I'm not quite sure, but nevertheless, let's get those put in so they look right. There we go, and we'll actually throw that timber in there as well. Okay, so there's the storage area. You guys have seen the storage area now. Let's go on downstairs. And let's take you, let's head out to the towers first. We'll end at the village. The sun is either just coming up or just going down. I can't quite recall which it's doing. I'm hoping it's just coming up. Although, I have to say the Morningstar Pass looks very nice in the dark. Very nice. This particular part of the build was interesting, the courtyard. It's not quite finished yet. We're going to dig this dirt out and put a cart or two in here and do that. But so far, this is how far we've gotten with the courtyard. It's just kind of an area to pull carts into and then rummage through them and, again, take what you want. So if we come in here, we are now entering tower number 2. And what we have here is we've got battle areas. Right here, you can see they can fight down below. There's a nice king sitting out there. And if you come back to this side of the room right here, you can actually go up some stairs. Oh. These are one of those trees I was telling you about that has grown into our towers that we need to get rid of. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. How embarrassing. Right here in the middle of my tour. Dang tree grows up in there. The trees have got a habit of coming up when they're not supposed to. You dig them out, but sometimes they still manage to come in. This is the causeway you saw from down below that leads you between the 2 towers, the 4 towers here. 2 on this side and 2 on this side, of course. So that's that. And then if you go up another level, I'll take you to the top. Let's go to the top of the tower so you can kind of see what the tops look like. This is what the top of one of the towers looks like. And then, of course, that one sits much higher. That's our crow's nest up there. Our watch out guy sits up there. So you can sit up here and you can see quite a distance away on Morningstar Pass. You can see quite a distance down those roads. So if we come back down this way, I think it's this floor right here. No, maybe not. Oh boy, here we go. Here we go. Lost on the floors. It's not this one. It's not this one. It's going to be this one right here. If we come through here, we have a door, and this leads you to a causeway that's going to take us across to the next tower. So you can see again, we've got guards posted along here. You've got all kinds of fighting ability from here, and we have these guys right here so we can drop stone down in between and crush the enemies that are getting up towards the wall. All of them have little battle stations in them that you can battle in. We did decorate one area, this one right here. We had a lot more. When it comes to mods, I have 20 mods on the game right now, and the mods that I have on the game are all decorative type mods. Nothing that's going to make the game move faster for me or give me more materials or anything like that. It's all about the decor items like, well, you can't see any of them in here because they're not here anymore, but there's shields, and we had soldiers and all kinds of really neat things. Actually, I need a workbench in order to show those to you. But let's continue up one more level. Is that right? Yeah, there we go. Now this one, this next build was definitely a huge project, and it was all because subscribers said, hey, you need a crow's nest on top of that mountain. Sip my coffee real quick here. And I love the idea. This was a major labor of love. The whole place has been, but this one took quite a while to do. So we decided we wanted a pathway that was going to go inside and outside of this mountain and take us all the way up to the peak. So as you can see right now, we've already gone through a piece of the mountain. So now we're on the outside of the mountain, and as you go up here, you cut back through the mountain. And you've got all these different kinds of staircases and pathways and lighting features along the way that just kind of grab your eye as you go and make things interesting. So here we've got a little S curve that comes up through here. and snakes its way up the side of the mountain. We did chisel on a little bit here and there just to give us room to get through, but again, that adds a little character to it. We've got kind of an eating station up here for people. There's some extra timbers and some stone up here just as kind of decor pieces. And we're coming up the stairs as well. Again, and it's been a while since we've been up here. This probably took, I would say, guys, wouldn't you say about a month worth of episodes to take care of? Quite a few episodes to get this staircase put in all the way up to the Morningstar Pass. I did not come back and change this. Originally, I was going to make this much safer, but I like the fact that it's pretty precarious, and you've got to be careful with what you're doing because it's supposed to be a rickety, unstable, dangerous pathway. And I think I mentioned back when we were doing the episodes, if you've got the job to have to go to the crow's nest every day to work, obviously you did something wrong because they are sending you to the top of the mountain on this dangerous pathway. We've got little things like the barrels and stuff sitting out here just to give it a little something as you walk up. This is another great big spiral staircase that took us up much farther onto the mountaintop, and now here we are almost to the top of the mountain. The Morningstar Pass is way down below. The village is out there, and we're quite a ways up now, quite a ways up, but we still have more to go. I was going to stop there, and everybody's like, no, Radio, go for it. So we went for it. So we've got a platform up here that we can sit on and take a look around at, and then we continue to go up the stairs. We're almost there, by the way, almost there. I think we timed it. It took a couple of minutes in order for me to walk this whole thing from start to finish. And this is the Morningstar Pass Crow's Nest. We've made it to the top. Here we've got a little bit of food on a table. The guards and stuff can cook outside. They've got a little extra wood out here for them. We have our flag flying like so, and that is the crow's nest. Down here, the idea for this crow's nest was to, first of all, have a little star, which probably didn't turn out as good as I could have done, but it's a star nevertheless, and you can see it from down below. We have our horn. Now, last time I was up here, this did not work right. But this time, it looks like it is working. Nice. And we have a land claim block up here, but it's the wooden version, and it's really a nice addition to the game. It was a really nice addition when they brought that one in. Loved it. Okay, so let's go into the crow's nest and go to the top of that so you can see what we do. So we come up here, we can enter in, and we have some simple quarters in here as well. Right up here, subscriber suggested, put the living quarters inside of the crow's nest, and I thought, genius, just genius. So we've got two beds up here. We'll have two guards that would live up here. And if they walk out this way right here, they can look down over the Morningstar Pass and all of the lands. And you can see now, we could see way, way out there. Anybody coming in over the hills here, you can spot them and then send out a warning down below. Let's close that up there. And if you want to even look farther, you can come to the top of the crow's nest. And up here, wow. I mean, look at that. There's a huge iron deposit on that mountain right over there. I don't know if you guys can make that out. If I pull up number 9, maybe I can zoom in a little bit. Number 9. There we go. Right there. Yeah, there's a little bit of a zoom for you. That's not a bad iron deposit right there. That would be a pretty good one, but it's way up high. Way up high. I don't know if you guys can notice it. I don't know if I have the sound effects up high enough, but it's very, very windy when you get up here in the crow's nest. And I mean, look how far we can see this way. You can see a mountain range way, way off in the distance from up at this height right here. And there's another one way back in there. So yeah, the crow's nest. It was a great idea. Again, all of this entire build is based on my imagination and subscriber imagination. You guys are my friends, and you've really led me in the right direction when it comes to the Morningstar Pass. It's just been, oh God, it's been so much fun. Been so much fun. So let's go back downstairs. We're going to run a little bit on this. We got to be careful though. It's easy to eject yourself right off the side of the mountain here. We don't want to do that. So that's our crow's nest. Now the last piece of the Morningstar Pass that we've been working on together is the village, which is down below there. You can see it's kind of nestled down here in the valley, and we've been working on that quite diligently, and it's come together pretty good. You get quite the feel of being on a street when you're down in the village. Let's keep on going here. We do not have a castle for the king. We don't. That's something we're hoping we can get to before the next update comes out. which, if you're not familiar, Keen Software House, the developers of Medieval Engineers and Space Engineers, has said that the next update will be soon and huge. So we're expecting it any time now for the next big update. All right, we're almost back down. I know. If you're new to the channel, you're probably like, wow, this is nuts. It is pretty crazy, this pathway. It is pretty crazy. Yeah, we run out of stamina doing this. Let's go ahead and eat. And we'll, I'm just going to, yeah, we'll just grab a few of those guys right there. We got some bread on us. That's perfect. Looks like the sun is actually on its way down, unfortunately. But that way you get an idea what the town looks like in the dark as well. There for a while I was wondering if I should switch to the all-day setting, and everyone said, no, don't do that. We like looking at the Morningstar Pass at night. It's got quite a bit of character, so we've left it that way. Is this the causeway? No, this is our way out. There we go. Over to our tower. And down we go. Took a long time to build all of this, but it's been a lot of fun. And now we've got a door here too. This takes us out on top of the courtyard area, where there's another door right below here that takes you out into the bottom area. But we can get down there by going right through here. You guys have already been in here before. And boom, we're outside, back in the courtyard. This hallway right here is open all the way through, so guards can walk back and forth through here. Oh, God! Oh, I don't see him. He's invisible. No fair. The barbarian. He's invisible. Oh my gosh. This is not fair. I'm timing this. I'm just guessing. I don't know why he's invisible. What the heck, man? This is cheap. Yeah, I know I'm hurt. I know I'm hurt. I'm hurt, it says. Radio, you're hurt. You need to run away. I've got bandages right inside here. If we get in here, I'm pretty sure we can beat him to this door. Just take those with us. Alright, let's get him back here on the street. We'll see if he appears. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? No fair. I noticed that my character's also invisible. You can't see me either. Did I kill him? The rudeness. Whose sick idea was to put invisible barbarians in? Maybe it's a Halloween thing. I don't know. Halloween is just a few days away. Alright, maybe I killed him. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. So, the idea at the beginning, once we got our castle, not our castle, but our pass put in, was that we're going to have a village behind it. Now, we don't have a wall that covers the entire area and protects the village. We don't have that. We never did get around to that wall. It was going to be a massive endeavor, because basically the wall was going to have to go all along this mountainside here, come all the way down this way, and then cut across and go back up behind the mine path here, and connect over to there. So it was going to be a huge endeavor, and then we need a second gatehouse out here. We just had not gotten around to it, but I thought that it would be nice if we got started on the village and got kind of a village going. So what we did, the very first building of our village was the Royal Forge, and this is our Royal Forge. We have a mod of a forge in here, made by Wolfgar, and he's right in here. We've got a massive forge right here, the Royal Forge there, and then we've got the no, that's the Royal what's that called? Yeah, that's the Royal Forge and the Royal Furnace. The Royal Furnaces. We got 2 Royal Furnaces and a Royal Forge, and we can do all our work right here. We use this building a lot, and then we've got this decorated just a little bit, but this is where the blacksmithy would live, right in here. And he's got his little bit of a house. We've got even some windows by Storied Past Productions that open and close like so. So you can see a lot of the stuff is just the decorative stuff. It's not about making the game easier in terms of mining and stuff like that. It's all about just the decorations. A lot of what you see decoration-wise, like this plant right here, that's a mod by Wolfgar, and the vines and stuff like that, the ivy that you see growing, those are mods. The second place we built was the lumberyard. It was suggested, hey, we should have a lumberyard. You've got the Royal Forge, put a lumberyard in so you can have easier access to the trees and stuff, because we'd moved down here, and to go all the way up into that storage area to bring materials down here to build took a long time to do, a very long time. So we started building structures in the village that the villagers would use, and then of course I'm using them as well. But this is the lumberyard, and we've got a little house, of course, for the lumber guy as well. You know, he can live in here, and he's got a little place upstairs here with a bed and just some simple furnishings. But that is our lumberyard, and we keep our logs and our sticks and our timbers and all that good stuff right in here. And this even has a little porch that goes around to the back side here, so you can kind of check the riffraff. Our barbarians, if you're new to the channel and new to the game, our barbarians like to start off up here right behind the main building and work their way down this hillside, and then they finally get in here. And they really hate these palisade walls. They just hate them with a passion. They like to try to destroy the palisade walls. I must have killed that barbarian because he just disappeared. He's not hitting me anymore. We didn't hear a noise. We didn't hear him die or anything. After that, we built the apothecary. This is the apothecary shop. And we wanted the buildings to all be kind of unique and interesting in their own right, just to give the town a lot of flavor. So that's the apothecary. That's where we can make the plants and some of the mod plants and things like that. And it's even got a sign out front that says apothecary on it right there. Boom. So that's our apothecary store. And then we built, this is a trifold business. We have a brewery downstairs here for the grapes and stuff. We've got trees coming up in here. For the grapes and the hops, that is also a mod that you can make. You can actually use these things to make wine and stuff right in here. So that's what this is right here. And if we, well, let's go out the front door and we'll go in from the front entrance over here. And this leads, the brewery actually leads up into this next business, which is the tavern. So we have ourselves a little bit of a tavern right here. Again, this is a mod with the furniture right here, the bar and everything. And this has got an upstairs area as well for seating. And then if you want to, and maybe they're dragging some criminal by, you can come outside here and throw food down on top of them from up here, like so. So this is the tavern. Now the tavern also leads to the inn. The inn is right up here, and this, we've not done any decorating in here at all. It was a big structure. It took quite a while to complete, and I felt like we'd worked on it for quite some time, so we've just not come back to decorate it. But we've got this area here, and the owners have this room up here, plus we have a small attic up in this area right here. And they also have a balcony to go out on, and they can look down over the other street that's coming up. We've been working on this street, if you're new to the channel, in the most recent episodes, is this back street right here. Let's close that up. Come down the stairs, and yeah, and these are rooms back in here for people to stay in. And here we have our front door to the inn. We have no name for it. I've been asking for names for this, and when I come back from vacation, we're going to go ahead and name these places. But this is the inn's main entrance right here. Up on this street right here. So this is our street. You also have an entrance here to the apothecary shop as well from upstairs on this roadway. Okay, so this road comes down and continues on, and we've talked about putting a brothel right down in here, and then we're going to put a butcher right up in here, and then we want to put a couple of small houses right over here with a small farm, was what we've discussed over on that side there. We'll see if we get to it before the update comes out. We just finished the rail up here so that you don't fall off the edge here. So we've just put the rail in, and it looks really good. I like it. I like it a lot. So now, most recently, we're working on this upper street. And this upper street became a bigger project than I thought because we had to move so much earth and mountain away in order to make it fit. This is our library over here. And sort of our surveyor would live here. He's got maps and stuff on all of his bookshelves. These map pieces that you get off the barbarians and when you're foraging in the forest and stuff like that. We have a research table up here and some more bookshelves as well. This is one of the most recent projects we've done. And I wanted two buildings that were connected by a causeway right here that would link together. This is going to be the tailor shop right in here, this little floor right here. And then up here, if we come to the top, We've got some living quarters right there, and we have living quarters for the person who owns this double building right here. So we'll have living quarters up in here. And then you've got your little causeway in the middle where you can stand and take a look at the kingdom around us. Open sesame, please. Thank you very much. And our most recent accomplishment is let's open this up, is the bakery. We also have two little storefronts down here. Nothing fancy to them, but there's a couple of small storefronts right here. Oh, I forgot to get this out of here. Let's do that right there. A couple of small storefronts right here. So we've got one there with its own little window, like so. Close that up, and then we've got the same exact size storefront right here. There's the door. And again, I'm looking for names for both of these shops as well. Here is the bakery. We have the bakery delivery area right here. Down here we have a millstone, we have our wheat, and we'll have extra storage for food down here. And if you go through the trap door, we come upstairs and we've got a couple of nice ovens and some more food storage area up here. And that door should be, this is the front entrance way to the bakery right here. And again, a name for the bakery is Wanted. But that's the bakery. And upstairs we have living space as well that we could definitely decorate up. We're at the point right now in the series, if you are new to the series, new to the channel, that we're trying to kind of get the village worked out and the Morningstar Pass pushed along as far as we can before the update comes out, just to kind of accomplish as much as we wanted to accomplish. And I've got to say, we've done pretty good. We've actually gotten quite a bit of it done. It's turned out really well. But that is a quick... Oh, by the way, we also have a stone stockyard. This is where we ran for sanctuary from the barbarian. Is he perhaps in here? No. I must have killed him. I must have killed him. How impressive is that? That is the stone stockyard, so I could bring stone down from the mine and have it stockpiled down here so we wouldn't have to run quite so far. But that is a quick tour of the Morningstar Pass. Oh, I guess I forgot to mention that this is the stockyard. We have the owner's place right up there, and then we have some stables right there, a bit of a shed right there, and then of course it's all fenced in. But this is the Morningstar Pass stockyard, so you can bring your livestock here. Your horses would go in these stalls right here, and then we have a little bit of an entrance right here for some living quarters, and they've got a front entranceway here as well. They go outside and stand and take a look at town and see what's going on with the hustle bustle in the village. I hope you enjoyed this quick tour of the Morningstar Pass. Again, thank you so much for all your help throughout this series, and we're not done with it. We'll keep going until the update comes out. We still have a few things we'd like to get done, some pretty big things, and we'll see if we can accomplish them. If we don't, we don't. We'll start over, and we'll continue to have a great time with Medieval Engineers. I'm the Radio Man 03. If you enjoyed our quick tour, do hit that like button for me, comment, subscribe, and share. I look forward to talking to you again next time.